Picture this. You're standing in your kitchen about to drop a glass of water, and as it slips from your hand, panic kicks in. You trigger the device and suddenly the glass is back in your palm, whole and unbroken. You've traveled back 5 seconds, just enough to undo the mistake. At first it feels like a magic trick, a rewind button stitched into the fabric of reality. But then you realize that's all it is. 5 seconds, no more, no less. No leaping years into the past to rewrite history, no glimpses of the future, just a tiny sliver of control over the immediate present. The power feels both pitiful and monumental. Imagine the implications. Arguments you can rewind before the wrong word escapes your mouth, traffic accidents you can dodge, even bullets you can evade, if you're quick enough. Life becomes a game of micro-corrections, every slip of the tongue, every stumble, every hesitation suddenly negotiable. But it also raises a haunting question. How much can you really change when the leash is so short? Scientists would marvel at the discovery. Physicists might describe it as localized temporal elasticity, a bubble of space-time snapping back like a rubber band. Neuroscientists would study the toll, because to use it, you'd have to retain memory of the undone 5 seconds, otherwise you'd never learn. That means your brain becomes a paradox machine holding knowledge of events that technically never happened. The psychological strain could be immense. Would people become obsessive, rewinding every minor slip until they sculpted perfection out of each moment? Or would they spiral into indecision, trapped in endless loops of rewinds, trying again and again to make the perfect choice? The irony of power would emerge. The more you use it, the less you live in time at all, stuck in a 5-second bubble while life races ahead without you. Socially, the world would change in subtle but profound ways. Conversations would lose their honesty. Every word could be re-edited before it landed. Poker games, debates, and arguments would collapse, because anyone could undo a tell or a blunder. Sports would become absurd spectacles. Athletes rewinding slips and fumbles until every play looked impossibly perfect, unless referees enforced anti-rewind technology. Even love would feel different. A first kiss might be replayed over and over until it looked smooth, but would it still feel real if it was the 20th take? People might grow suspicious of each other, wondering if the words they heard were raw or the polished version delivered after half a dozen rewinds. Governments and militaries would weaponize the trick immediately. In combat, 5 seconds is everything. A soldier dodging gunfire, a pilot correcting a fatal error, a hacker undoing a failed breach until success is inevitable. Battles would devolve into stuttered loops of time, each side rewinding mistakes, locked in a surreal war where no move was final until someone exhausted themselves. Politicians might abuse it too, smoothing speeches until every phrase was immaculate, their charisma artificially sharpened by thousands of microscopic do-overs. The very idea of authenticity, of a single irreversible moment, would begin to erode. But on a personal level, the power would feel achingly intimate. Imagine using it to stop yourself from saying something cruel to a friend, or to hold on to a joke that landed wrong, reshaping the moment so laughter fills the room instead of awkward silence. It could save lives in small, miraculous ways. Catching a child before they fall, breaking in time to avoid a collision. And yet, the temptation would grow darker. If you can rewind 5 seconds, why not rewind again and again, chasing a different outcome until you get what you want regardless of how unnatural it feels? The world might start to feel less like a flow of time and more like a maze of edits, reality becoming a patchwork stitched together by invisible hands. And then comes the chilling thought, what if everyone had access to it? A global population endlessly tweaking the past, constantly second-guessing, constantly erasing, until time itself lost meaning. Conversations might stretch into hours of invisible retries. Decisions that should have been quick could take forever, hidden beneath rewinds. Life could slow to a crawl, A planet full of people trapped in microscopic edits, chasing perfection in a world designed to be imperfect. Or worse, what if the fabric of reality frayed under the strain? If every rewind added weight to the universe's timeline, perhaps one day the elastic would snap, and time, tired of being tugged back 5 seconds at a time, might slingshot forward uncontrollably, hurling us into a future no one is ready for. In the end, the power isn't just about correcting mistakes. It's about testing how much reality itself can endure when humanity refuses to let even a single second go.